What's going on, guys? My name's Joe. Welcome to Total Justice Gaming. Hit the bell, subscribe, like, all the fun things. We are going to be looking at yellow cards today. However, as you can see, we have a Feral Tanuki girl on the screen, so we are not looking at the new starter. We're going to be going over collaborative set number 25's Gundam set, and we will be looking exclusively at the yellow cards because, it's still yellow themed. We were going to look at some yellow cards. But since I'm not really interested in those yellow cards, we are going to be looking at yellow cards I am interested in. And yellow in the Gundam Collaborative set is nothing but the hit series Witch from Mercury. So as we can see, Sled is there, having just smacked some poor dude's butt in the most disrespectful way possible. So we'll jump right on into it. First off, we got Demi Trainer, casting cost of 1. 1 reduction. Level 1 hits for 1k, level 2 2k, level 3 3k. It's got the Mirage ability of costing 2 yellow cores. This card can be set from hand during set flash with flash timing. During your attack step, once per turn with the same name, if your school family spirit is attacking, you can immediately end the battle. Pretty good. And then level 1 or level 2 and level 3 flash when attacking, you can immediately end the battle. So I'm unsure what this really does for you, ending the battle almost immediately on when attacking or during your attack step. I don't see how that's advantageous. Just immediately swinging, then just flat out ending your attack step. I'm sure there's things later on down the road in the set that'll prove it, but I'm unsure why it's like this. So let's keep on moving. So we have Chuchu's Demi Trainer. 3 difficulty, 2 reduction. Level 1 hits for 2k, level 2 hits for 3k, level 3 hits for 4k. With the ability of, at level 1, 2, and 3, 1 summoned, you may summon 1 aerial that is in soul state without paying its casting cost. When you've done so, you can draw a card from the bottom of your deck. At level 2 and level 3, when it attacks during this turn, you can give an opposing spirit minus 3k battle power and destroy it when it reaches a battle power of 0. So, what I've seen, and I will link a deck fight using this deck in the description below, so you guys can check it out in motion. But the way I've seen this played is the first thing you do is play the contract partner, which is Gundam Aerial and just flat out Aerial. While it's in soul state, get it out, free draw. So you get to +2, I believe, because you get to play a unit for free, leaving your resources alone, and draw a card from the bottom of the deck. So that's pretty good. Also, it looks like yellow is going to be pulling kind of a purple in this deck where it's minusing battle power. I'm not sure if that is something yellow does on a usual basis, but seems like what this deck is looking to do. Moving on over, we have the first of many aerials in this deck. This is Gundam Aerial Beam Saber. 4 difficulty, 2 yellow reduction. At level 1, it's 5k. At level 3, it is 7k. It also has an overcharge ability at +1. So first off, this has Flash Contract Advent with School and a cost of 3 or more during your turn. By sending your soul core to the trash, you can stack this onto target spirit. This looks for the base Gundam Aerial card is what this is referring to. And at level 1, level 2, when summoned or adventing, once per turn with the same name, you can reveal the top 3 cards from your deck top. Add a school family card among them to your hand and discard all remaining cards. Its overcharge ability is at level 1 and level 2. At the start of your attack step, you can summon or deploy a school family brave card or Nexus card from your hand without paying its casting costs. So we get to power bump the contract unit, which is base aerial. When summoning or advent, we can dig for more useful cards, top 3. And when we hit overcharge ability, we can just deploy a brave or Nexus from the hand, which is really good. So We get we break even on the first ability, but we get a free card out on the field via the second ability using Overcharge. I dig it. Next up, we have the DarilBalde for difficulty 3 reduction. At level 1, it's 3k. Level 2, it's 4k. Level 3, it's 7k. At level 1, 2, and 3, when it attacks during this turn, you can give an opposing spirit minus 6k BP and destroy it when its BP is 0. During Brave at level 1, 2, and 3, during either attack step, this gets BP plus of this spirit's Brave is changed to plus 5,000. That's explained because the Braves in this unit, in this set, are just pilots, and they don't actually have a battle power. So it changes the Spirit's Brave's battle power to plus 5,000. During Brave, at level 2 and level 3, when this attacks, while Brave to Ghoul, you can give every opposing spirit minus 4,000, and it destroys them if their BP is brought to 0. So this is a good field control card. When attacking, you can just give an opposing spirit minus 6k and just clear it out. That'll hit most level 1 and level 2 spirits. Really good. This gives you a battle power bonus of plus 5,000 because it gives the Brave you're linked to 5,000. And if you're giving it to Ghoul while braved, all your effects trigger. And so you're really giving something almost minus 10k, which wipes out most level 2s and some level 3s, depending on their rarity. So really dig this. Michaelis, 5 difficulty, 3 reduction. At level 1 hits for 4. At level 2 hits for 7k. At level 3 hits for 8k. At level 1, 2, and 3, when summoned, you can draw a card from the bottom of the deck for each school spirit you control. During this turn, you can also give every opposing spirit minus 1,000 battle power. At level 1, 2, and 3, all your school family nexuses cannot be affected by opposing effects. And at level 1, 2, and 3, every opposing non-brave Gundam cannot block. So this does a lot for us. This is really, really something. So it just comes in, we get a free draw. And then for each family school spirit you control during this turn, just when summoned, you give everything minus 1,000. So if you put out a lot of Demi Trainers, since they have the school family or Ghoul, you can summon and give it a pretty decent, I would say probably minus around 3 to maybe 4k, which wipes out a lot of level 1 spirits. This also guards our nexuses by making them untouchable by opposing effects. And then non-brave Gundam units can't block. So if they are playing a Gundam deck that doesn't have anything brave to it, you're free to swing. Pretty good. Moving on over, we have Gundam Pharact. 6 difficulty with a 3 reduction cost. Hits at level 1 for 5k. Level 2 hits for 8k. Level 3 hits for 10k. When your hand, its ability is statically. When your hand is increased to 5 or more via yellow-only effects, you can immediately activate this set card. So it's a burst, so it actually can trigger off of your skills too, on top of its actual burst requirement. So this can burst after your life is reduced. Summon this card without paying its casting cost. Then during this turn, treat every opposing spirit as being at level 1. So this just flat out reduces everyone's power level to 1 when this comes out. Meaning if you got tricks, oof. During this turn, its level 1, 2, and 3 ability is when summoning or attacking. During this turn, you can give an opposing spirit 5,000 battle power and either destroy it or return it to the bottom of the deck when its BP is brought to 0. If you control any brave, you can activate this effect more than once. So, normally, it's either when it's summoned, we get the effect, or when we attack, we get the effect. If we have anything braved, if you control any brave, even if it's brave to another unit, or just a brave on the field, you can trigger it both times. Also, it doesn't outright destroy. We can put something at the bottom of the deck that sometimes is better because some decks can toolbox out of the graveyard. So sending it to the bottom deck is just more advantageous. Moving on, we have Gundam Aerial Beam Blade. 7 difficulty with 4 reduction. It hits for 6k at level 1, 9k at level 2, and overcharges for a +1. Flash content contract. Contract advent for school and a unit with a cost of 5 or more during either attack step. By sending your soul core trash, you can stack this on top of target spirit. At level 1 and level 2, when it advents or attacks, during this turn, you can give up to 2 opposing spirits minus 10k and destroy them when their BP is brought to 0. While Brave to Soletta, you can activate this effect more than once. So, much like Pharact, once it advents, we can do it to 2, and when we attack, we can do it to 2, so long as we are Brave to Soletta. Now, during its overcharged state at level 2, when it also attacks, we can put a core from the void back to life, so we get life gain with this version of Gundam Aerial, which is amazing. Moving on over, we are going to be looking at Braves. First off, we have Chutari Chuchu Pound Lunch. 2 difficulty with a -2 reduction. It has at level 1, 1000 power, and level it overcharge and +2k, or while braved +2k. So we can brave. So we give our opponents, via the older ability we talked about, we can give Chuchu 6k and +7k to a unit. So this brave in spirit form cannot block or attack. During brave, when brave to Chuchu's, meaning Chuchu's Demi Trainer, while your hand is 5 or less, your hand is unaffected by opposing effects, meaning they can't force you to discard. During Brave, during the attack step, when your school family spirit attacks, send 3 cores from opposing Grandwalker Nexus to the void. So this keeps those Grandwalker Nexuses in control because Chuchu is having none of it. If you've seen the anime, you know this girl can just punch somebody right out. I dig it. I think this is crucial for some decks because some decks very heavily rely on Grandwalker Nexuses, and this helps keeps them in check. I don't know how many decks actually discard nowadays outside of blue. Or blue is just flat out mill, so that doesn't really touch the hand. I'm unfamiliar with how many hand discard decks there are at the moment, but it seems that this can guard against it. Moving on over, we have Girl Jeturk, 3 difficulty with -2 reduction. Level 1 hits for 1k, and we can gain +3000 while braved. Again, much like Chuchu, while it's in spirit form, it cannot attack or block. Level 1, when summoned, draw a card from the bottom of the deck. Level 2, while brave, when it attacks, during this turn, you can give a spirit opposing spirit -4000 and destroy it when its battle power is brought to BP. We have a lot of cards that reduce, so if Jurek is on it, I believe it gives it another -4000 power, meaning we can hit into those level 3 units and just choose another high BP unit and wipe them off the board just for attacking. He is probably one of my favorite ones. Moving on over, we have the witch herself, Soletta Mercury. 3 casting cost with a 2 reduction. Level 1 hits sits there at 1k power. When brave, we give an additional +4k. Much like everybody else, when braved, in just spirit form, when not attached to anything, can't attack or block. At level 1, when your aerial advent contracts, you can immediately brave this, put this into brave from spirit condition to brave to a spirit in the same state as that spirit. So meaning the moment aerial comes in and contract advents, you can immediately brave it to that aerial. During your brave, When opposing spirits will leave the field due to your school family spirits, you can draw a card from the bottom of the deck. Also, once per turn with the same name. While brave to Ariel, if it is your attack step, you can send your soul core to the reserve. So what this is doing is pretty much we get a draw engine there because a lot of our stuff is going to be minusing battle power of opposing spirits and not wiping them out. So that's a free draw engine for us. Also, when brave to Ariel, if it is your attack step, since we contract Advent, we move that soul core to the trash. We can put the soul core back into the reserve and then move the soul core back where we need it. She is invaluable. She is one of the primary draw engines for this deck, I believe. We are moving on to Ellen Saris. 4 difficulty, 2 reduction cost, 1k battle power. Again, while in spirit condition, can attack or block. During brave while attacking, draw a card from the bottom of the deck. And then during brave while attacking, when comparing BP with an opposing 7k or more spirit, instead of comparing battle power, you treat this deck as not blocked. And when you've done so, you put this brave at the bottom of the deck. So you force down their small units with school family and just keep eliminating their board and leaving them with only high-powered units. You swing at them and then you just trigger him. Your block doesn't count anymore. It's just going to hit no matter what, and then Ellen goes to the bottom of the deck. Real good. This is how you win a game. I think this is our last brave. This is Shattuck Zanelli. 5 difficulty, 3 reduction cost. 1k at level 1 gives an additional 3k BP when braved. Exactly like everybody else. While it's in its spirit condition, it can't attack or block. One summons, you can summon a Michaelis and at level 1, when summoned, you can summon a Michaelis and a cost 3 or less school family from your hand without paying its casting cost. While braved, during either attack step, you can destroy every opposing 0 BP battle spirit. That last one's a little confusing. I'm not sure how that one works, but the top ability is amazing because just for summoning this, you get to play 2 units for free and then just dump all the cores to give them decent battle power is nuts. That's so good. Plus it triggers the Michaelis' ability too, I believe. I'm still unsure about the bottom one though. Like you can destroy every opposing 0 battle power spirit. Like, that's what happens to all spirits anyways. I'll have to talk to some of the community and get more clarification on that one because this may be better than what I think it is, but that wording's a little confusing to me. Moving on over, we have our Nexuses now. We have Murine Rembrandt, 3 difficulty, 2 reduction cost. No battle power, but you do need at least 1 core on it to make it a level 2. At level 1 and level 2 at the start of the attack step. This effect, however, cannot stack. If you control any Sleda, you can target an opposing spirit during this turn. That spirit can activate one of its 1 attack or block effects and must attack or block at the beginning of the step if possible. And then at level 2 during your turn, once per turn, when opposing spirits would leave the field due to one of your school family spirits, if you have 5 or less life, you can put a core from the void on your life. So she does a lot. So if you control Selene, Murine lets you pretty much gain taunt and seals the opponent's effects. So you get to choose whatever you're going to swing into. They have to block, and they can't trigger effects, meaning they just have to rely on raw battle power. And that may not be a thing, considering what yellow does. Also, at her level 2, it's just life gain. This lets you maintain full life. You can't exceed 5 life, but you also very easily can gain life with her. Like, I would run max copies of this card. She's so good. Next up, we got the Tisakasia. Yeah, I'm butchering that name. School of Technology. 4 difficulty, 2 reduction cost. We don't need any cores for level 1 core for level 2. Level 1 and level 2, once per turn, when your school family spirit is summoned or advent, if you have 4 cards or less, draw a card. That's pretty good. Level 2, when your yellow pilot family braves would leave the field due to an opposing effect, we can discard a card from their hand, and they remain on the field in the same state. So, if they have a way to kill off Braves, we can just pitch a card via this ability, and they either stay on the field, whether in spirit condition or in brave condition, and you just keep on going and make them waste a card. Pretty good. Seems decent. Now we're looking at magics. We have duel. This is 4 difficulty, 2 reduction cost. This has a Mirage ability, which we can cast for 2 yellow cores to be set from hand during your attack step. Once per turn, we can trigger this during the attack step. Once per turn, your school family spirit can target and attack an opposing spirit. When targeted spirit is depleted or destroyed, draw a card. So this is where we get our draw engine from. Like, aside from Sled, this is where this deck just can draw. So we can target attack, which is really, really nice. And once we either destroy it via combat or deplete it by numerous skills this deck has, we get to draw. And we're going to be drawing plenty. Then we can also just flash timing this card as its actual spell. And during turn, you can give an opposing spirit minus 8k and destroy it when its BP is 0. Like, we do a lot of out of combat destruction out of this thing. We can just like nuke a board. I really wonder if this is what yellow's all about, or if this is just school family stuff, which for Mercury stuff. Next up, we got the Witch That Rides a Gundam. This is 5 difficulty with 3 reduction costs. We can Mirage this for 2. This card being set from hand while this is set during either attack step. For every school family card in your hand can be used as a 3 casting cost, 2 yellow symbol magic card with flash. During this turn, you can give an opposing spirit 5,000 battle power and destroy it with it. So this just turns any school card into a 3 cost minus 5k card for free. Just, I have excess cards in my hand. Okay, set this. Okay, during either attack step, minus 5k, you're destroyed. This like in conjunction to whatever school ability you're going on right now, because it has the flash timing effect. Actual ability also is flash. Return an imposing level 1 or level 3 spirit to the bottom of the deck, including being in soul state. If you control any aerial, this effect cannot be prevented by armor named effects. So this is a heavy duty card. Like, the Mirage ability is super good. The flash ability lets us look at level 1 or level 3s. Just put them to the bottom deck. Because, again, bottom of the deck is not bad because we can toolbox heavily in this game out of the discard pile. Including being in soul state, meaning we can hit contract monsters and send them while they're still in soul state and send them back. Plus, if we control any aerial, they can't prevent this via armor effects. Armor, heavy armor, super ultra heavy armor, doesn't matter. They're going bye-bye. This is amazing. This is a great card. Looking at our X-Rares now, we have Gundam Aerial. This is our contract monster for this deck. While this is in soul state, you can contract Advent onto it. When you do, you can put any number of cores from your field reserve to Advent this card. And then in Soul State Contract Pre-Advent or Spirit form, level 1 or level 2 for each school family, Spirit, Brave, Mirage, or Nexus. You can increase the Spirit's cost increases by 1. Oh, excuse me. We forgot to do power rundown. So 3 difficulty, 3 reduction. At level 1 hits for 2k, and level 2 hits for 3k. Has an overcharge ability that gains a plus 4k. And then Contract Pre-Advent Spirit, level 1, level 2, while it attacks or blocks, your counter gets plus 1, meaning we can get into overcharge counter state very easily, and then draw a card from the bottom of the deck. This is definitely your contract monster. This is where the whole deck centers around. I am unsure. This lets us get overcharged very easily. Of course, in this deck, looks like overcharge is very easy to get into because it's only asking you to be at level 1, but we get to continuously draw while it's doing this, while it's in Spirit State or Pre-Advent State. While it's in Soul Contract, Pre-Advent, or Spirit State, each school family Mirage, you have the Spirit / Calm cost increased by 1. So you want to be able to play this first so you don't get dinged on this one, the first ability. Second ability, amazing unless you draw a card. Then the final card for this set is Gundam Aerial Gundbit. 8 casting cost, 4 reduction. Level 1, it is a 7k. Level 2, 13k. Overcharge ability gives an additional plus 5k. This is our other X rare for this set. Flash Contract Advent on a school unit with a cost of 6 or more during either attack step. By sending your soul core to the trash, you can stack this onto the unit. Level 1 and level 2, when this advents or attacks, you return a opposing level 1 or level 2 spirit, up to 1 of each to the bottom deck. If you have Brave with selected during this turn, it gains an extra yellow symbol, so we can hit for 2 damage. During Overcharge and during Brave, every school family card in your hand can be used as a casting cost of 4 with 3 yellow cores on it. Magic card with Flash, Reflection, Aerial you control. So Gunbit just becomes that disrespectful beatdown from episode 1 where it just like pitch it, pay the cost, restand Aerial, swing for 2 damage, pitch it, cast the cost, pitch it, refresh Aerial, swing, keep going, just like hit for 4 damage easily. All you gotta do is have Soletta braid and she automatically braids herself to an Aerial. So really good. Really good. I really dig this deck. This is so good. There's actually a video. I will again link that video to the in the description below, where you can actually see the Aerial deck in play. That way you guys can see what it's going for. I believe there's also a deck list that Battle Spirits put out in its Battle Spirits records. I'll also link that deck list below as well if you guys are interested. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys soon. I'm going to try and do these once a week. We will be looking at the other stuff in the Gundam Collaborative sets. And if they start dropping previews for some white cards out of the new Battle Spirit Saga set, I will look into those too. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.